on my cash stack. High yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run, you better run when the runners run.
All right, good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. We got a lot of news to get into, a lot going on this week with the Democratic National Committee in Chicago. As always, I got my good brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, a.k.a. Mims, making it make sense. What's good, bro? How's it going this week?
Man, you know, I love that intro video, man. We had so much fun in Barcelona.
Good times,
so much
man.
fun, man. Fired up, man. I always fired up and excited, man. This is epic what we're doing. This is legendary. You know, we are documenting this shift. We're documenting the revolution that's happening in the financial sector, in the healthcare sector, and so much more. So I'm pumped up and excited to always, come to the community, add some value, and help people kind of make it make sense. Because, I mean, what are we dealing with right now, Mike? It's crazy out here.
We're going to need you to... We're going to need you tonight, Mims, to make it make sense, because I don't understand what's going on at all. The first thing that shocked me, Mims, is in Chicago at the Democratic National Committee or Convention, there are walls everywhere. There's walls, there's fences. I thought I had heard from Democrats that walls don't work. But not only do they have walls there, you need to show your ID to get in. Wow. Which I've been told by most Democrats is racist. So I'm not sure if they've completely flipped on these things and they're going to say, let's build a wall to secure our border. Let's make sure people have to show ID to vote. I haven't heard them do that. I just see what they're actually doing, but I haven't heard any change in policy. So we'll have to wait and see if something comes out this week.
Yeah, I mean, totally contradictory. They're falling apart. I mean, it really is. It's quite embarrassing. It's in open form for everybody to see. You know, a lot of things that they're doing just doesn't make sense. In fact, they're fighting inside their own party. You know, their own party is not supporting, the wars and everything else that they're supporting. And you're seeing the contrast. And it's just amazing to see how they think they're going to continue to fool the American people into voting for them again in 2024. I just don't see it happening.
Well, let's hope not. But tonight, guys, again, we don't want to get super political. You know, if you're a Democrat, we have no issue with you. We still love you guys. But let's actually look at these policies that are being proposed, because they are, in my opinion, absolutely crazy. So we're going to look at some of those. Now, this just blew me away. Okay. Kamala Harris is considering Gary Gensler as Treasury Secretary if elected president, according to Senate sources. As Peter Brandt says, I cannot imagine anything more destructive towards the crypto markets than Gary Gensler in such a position of authority. So you guys might agree with the Democrats on some policy issues, but if you are in cryptocurrency and you understand how economics and taxes work, we're going to talk about some stuff today that to me would just scare me to death. And even if I did believe in some Democratic policies, I just could not vote for this administration with what they are promoting. So Mims, I know you and Gary Gensler are really good friends. What's your take on this?
Yeah, that's a good one, Mike. I mean, it's insane, folks. I can't believe when I saw this, my mind was like, I can't even Mims this, Mike. I can't make this make sense. The only thing that you can conclude from this is that it's divide and conquer. There's an agenda here, because this is obviously a bad move. Anybody who's been in crypto and all of this, what's going on with the financial system and understand, they know Gary Gensler is the worst person to have in that position. And so this has got to be like a Twilight Zone or something. You can't make this stuff up. This is insane. Like, I just laughed. I was like, you really think you're going to win an election with this type of person that you want to put in office for the Treasury? And we already know their track record as the head of the SEC.
And I would say that Gary Gensler is probably public enemy number one to anyone in cryptocurrency. I mean, literally, he is the laughing stock, the whipping boy of every single person I know that's in crypto. So to even, and what do you gain by this? Like, you couldn't just throw some other stooge in there that might have the same ideas of Gensler, but you're just trying to feed people a poison pill they know is poison. Like, it literally says poison on the outside of the pill bottle. It's just trying to tell you, no, it's not poison.
Right.
What's going on?
Insane, bro. Insane.
Okay, so then, sorry, I need to share the sound for this next one. So I just got a couple stuff here on my X, and I did not know this. So Gary Gensler was the CFO of Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. So in today's financial committee hearing, he was under oath, stated he was unaware that the Clinton campaign facilitated the payment for the Steele dossier. How could a campaign CFO possibly be unaware of a $1 million plus payment? So if you guys don't know what that means, if you guys remember the whole Trump-Russia collusion, that supposedly Trump was a Russian plant or spy or something. Once we went through like 4 years of all that, you know, and the fake news media making a big deal about it, we actually found out all of this intel came from a spy that the Hillary Clinton Foundation paid for. Okay. So this is Gary Gensler, and
Hey, real quick.
testimony's crazy. Watch this right now.
Last question. I think it might have came up. You were Hillary Clinton's CFO in the campaign, right?
It's part of my history.
Were you? Yes or no?
In 2016.
Did you facilitate the payment for the Steele dossier since you were CFO of the Hillary Clinton campaign?
Sir.
Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes or no?
That was not.
You're under oath, Chairman Gensler. Yes or
I
no?
know. It was not something I was aware of.
I yield back the rest of my time. Thank you, Chairman.
I mean, look at this, bro. Like, if you know, you don't need to be a what do they call it? Where you a body language expert to know that he's lying. I mean, just watch this again when he asks him this question.
Hillary Clinton campaign?
Sir.
Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes or no?
That was not.
You're under oath, Chairman Gensler. Yes or no?
I know. It was not something I was aware of.
I yield back the rest of my time. Thank you, Chairman. Hey,
Like, bruh, I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah, Drain the Swamp, Den of Vipers. I mean, it, you know, and they had the nerve to have the honorable on over his name on the desk. You know, it's just it's a show. You know, it's a stage. You know, and the funny thing is the emperor has no clothes, and you know, Toto has already pulled back the curtain behind the wizard, and we're seeing everything in broad daylight. And you know, it's just once again, I can't believe that we're witnessing this in real time. Man, that's why I say this is one of the most significant time periods ever in history. You better get your house in order. Go ahead.
All right, let's do a little comic relief before we move on. So this is Joe Biden speaking at the Democrat National Committee convention this week.
Wade, as you heard earlier tonight, the United States Supreme Court majority wrote the following, quote, women are not without electoral or political power. No kidding.
Oh, we just had no idea what you said, but yet the people are just there clapping.
Oh God. I mean, now you see somebody would say, "Oh, you're being mean. You're laughing at." Obviously, he's an elderly man. He's having speech problems or something. But the problem is that they told us that he was capable of running for 4 more years. He's the president of the United States. He's the commander in chief, and this is being allowed. The Article 25, the 25th Amendment needs to be implemented. I mean, who's running the country? You see, it's not about, you have to look bigger than just you seeing him and you want to be just a nice old sweet man. No, that's not the case. And then the other problem is that, you know, they went after Trump for everything and none of it stuck. But do you ever see them get upset about Hillary with the emails, Hillary and her Clinton Foundation, the Bushes, what they've done? Hunter Biden in his laptop. I mean, all this stuff that comes out is act like it's not a big deal. But here they are trying to accuse Trump of everything under the book, and nothing sticks. But there's no outrage on the Bushes and the Clintons and the Biden crime family, and it just came out that the Bidens, he received like, I don't know, $75 million or something from foreign.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, this is crazy.
So I want to show this here just because you guys know when I talk about this stuff, again, if you are a Democrat, you have to understand that your party has been taken over by Marxists. Okay. These people are like dyed in the wool communist Marxists. And here we go from our boy Klaus Schwab. You will have nothing and be happy. From the World Economic Forum, does capitalism need some Marxism to survive the fourth industrial revolution? And this is old. I mean, this is from 2016. But again, I'm just pointing out, they don't even like hide this anymore. And people will be like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. There's no such thing as critical theory and Marxism and wokeism. It's like, no, they are literally putting this on headlines.
And Mike, you said it's old, but understand that's how they work. When the Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission in Bilderberg, World Economic Forum, when these people get together, they're plotting for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. They're not addressing today. You see, they got everybody else focused on today. They're focused on years and decades out, and that's what they've been planning for. And that's why you see they put that on in 2016, and you see what we're dealing with right now.
Nope, they don't even hide it anymore. So this just in, Kamala Harris backs President Biden's 44.6% capital gains tax proposal, the highest in history. The proposal also includes a 25% tax on unrealized gains for high net worth individuals. Now, people on the left on X are saying this is only if you have over $100 million. So why are you guys all freaking out about it? Okay, so we're going to answer that criticism right now. Okay, I have a couple other, just want to make sure you guys understand what that means. So Kamala is proposing an insane 25% tax on unrealized capital gains. Imagine buying shares. This could be shares of Bitcoin, stocks, or your house. Okay, and again, remember, they always start with the rich, and then it comes down to you. Okay, the income tax was only supposed to be originally for ultimately wealthy individuals, but now we all pay it. So imagine buying shares for $100,000 and their value rises to $150,000. Under Kamala's plan, you'd owe taxes on the $50,000 gain, even though you haven't sold the shares or made an actual profit. Now imagine the stock's value drops back under $100,000 the following year. The gains you were taxed on has vanished. You already paid a 25% tax on a gain that no longer exists, leaving with you a financial loss and no real benefit. Taxing unrealized gains would force investors to sell off assets to cover their tax bills, hurting long-term investment and economic growth. This isn't just risky, it's a recipe for a stock market crash and another Great Depression. And again, even if we say, hey, this is only the rich people, who do you think owns most of the stocks, real estate, anything that goes up? It's the rich people. So if they're selling their tax bill, the price of these assets will go down and the economy will suffer. Mims, before I get your take on that, I think I got one more post to make this a little more so you can see a visual. Yeah. So Kamala Harris just endorsed Biden's capital gains tax proposal for her campaign, 45% long-term capital gains, by far the highest in history. Combined with state taxes, many states will be well over 50%, another insane policy. So you can see here, the last time they were even close to this was during the late 70s, which were horrible economic times with Jimmy Carter. Okay. Reagan comes in and drops them. This was Bush dropping them. I think Trump dropped them a little bit, but we're here now, guys. We're like at 23-ish%, I think. And Kamala and Biden's proposal jacks it way up to here, which when you do that, the people just hide their money. You don't actually collect the extra taxes. They just hide the money and we all suffer.
Yeah.
So, Mims, anything you want to add with just kind of this insane tax
Yeah.
policy proposed here?
Yeah. To them, that chart looks bullish. That's a good sign.
Like, make it go up.
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. For one thing, the rich and the wealthy, they really don't pay the tax. They write the tax code. They understand how to offset, their taxes, and they always pass them on to, the consumer anyway. But, that's crazy. Unrealized. You didn't even get the gain yet. It's unrealized, and so that's what I'm saying. I really think that what we have here is literally a party that is divide and conquer, and they want to create a situation where people can no longer live under, and we're forced to either get down or lay down or fight back, it's just insane proposal. Nobody's going to be for that. It seems like you're doing everything not to get voted. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just interesting to see how this is going to play out. I mean, are they going to somehow really rig this election again? It's going to be pandemonium. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I mean, if I was a Democrat, right? If I'm like a huge Kamala supporter, I would be like, don't tell people. Like, just don't tell them. Like, if you want to get in and do that later, okay, cool. But why would you come out and tell people this? Like, who, unless you are just, again, a complete Marxist, why would you support this? This is Charles Hodgkinson, who's the main guy behind ADA or Cardano. 25% tax on unrealized gains is the most insane, unconstitutional theft ever proposed by any political party. You didn't make any money. You have no access to these gains, but somehow a government official will just invent a profit and send you a tax bill. This is theft.
No. Yes, this is crazy. There's no way. I think maybe they're just saying whatever. I just don't see this actually being reality. I don't even see it being possible. I don't see how these kind of ideas is what gets you elected. It's very unpopular. I mean, they've dumbed down a good massive amount of the population, with the fluoride in the water and, everything else. But I just don't think that people are this dumbed down. There's no way that it should be a landslide, red for, Trump, come election time.
Let's hope so. I've seen a lot of like man on the street interviews where people, in the convention, they're like, who are you voting for? They're like, oh, Kamala. They're like, why are you voting? Like, what do you like about her? What has she done? Why? And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Trump's
They
evil.
say, I don't keep up with that. No, they're like,
Yeah.
I really don't keep up with all of that, but, I'm voting for, women's rights. And then they spread all these lies and make it seem like Trump is doing Agenda 2025, which he's not. Or
Right.
Trump they talk about, what is it? Abortion rights and this and that. And Trump is not taking away. He's just giving it back to the states. Like, it's all this misinformation out there. And it's just wow. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you.
Yeah. When I did watch some of it, that was pretty much their standard saying of Trump banned abortions, Now you can say he put people on the Supreme Court who gave it back to the state, but that's a big difference in saying, like, because again, these are low information people. So they just hear this. They literally believe Donald Trump himself signed something to ban abortions, which he couldn't even do if he wanted to. And he has said he won't do it. But again, who cares about the truth? But Michael Saylor's got a great take here on the Bitcoin tax that I think you'll like, Mims.
And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody to go fuck themselves. You can put it in your head, memorize the freaking key. Oh, yeah, my Bitcoin, I lost it in a boating accident. It's kind of a trope, but what it means is at the end of the day, if you push me too far, I lost it. It's gone. Sorry. Tax that. And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody to go fuck themselves. You can put it in your head, memorize the.
So if you guys are new to crypto, he's saying there is you can, You can memorize your seed words. There's only 12 of them. So, and then you can get that Bitcoin back whenever you want, which is the beauty of Bitcoin and decentralization is I'm not telling anyone to do anything illegal, but there's ways to move in this space to keep your wealth.
Yeah, we're getting our freedoms back. We're getting our sovereignty back. That's what decentralization, blockchain, AI, a lot of this stuff is here for our use, and we have to use it to empower us and not allow them to use it to further enslave and tax us, and confiscate our wealth. This is why it's so important that you get educated. This is why it's so important that you learn, how to move your assets around and understand the value of blockchain and why it's so disruptive. Understand why banks are partnering with major crypto companies right now and what BRICS and other countries are doing right now. I mean, this is where the world is going. And so you're going to have to get involved with the blockchain and crypto, whether you want to or not. And the sooner that you do, the better, because it gives you some of your security back. Some of your rights, your freedoms, while these politicians are trying to confiscate, and take away your rights and your liberties and your freedoms and trying to control you, what you can do, what you can't do, what you could buy, what you can't buy. Freedom isn't free. And you don't want to be subject to what they have coming for you. You want to, be the master of your own fate and destiny. Go ahead, brother.
What was that? The post you made, who did XRP partner with now?
American Express partnered with Ripple. Bank of America acknowledged they partnered with Ripple as well. And I believe Wells Fargo. Listen, there's about 1,700 banks that Ripple has partnered with that they had to sign NDAs with. Okay. I put that on my Facebook as well. So that and on my X as well. But so there's major, even China, all the banks are going to use XRP in China on Ripple. Not China, excuse me, Japan, in Japan. So people just have no idea really what's taking place. And, this is why we tell people, know what you hold, get these assets while they're cheap. Don't be fudded out of this market, because one thing for certain, the dollar is going to continue to lose value, credibility and status around the world. And it's a major liability to you if you only have your wealth in dollars. You need to have it in physical and digital assets as well.
Yeah, so here it is. American Express partners with Ripple to integrate XRP for faster cross-border payments. That was an hour ago.
Yeah, if you scroll up, you can probably click on the link.
Yeah, there's another one above that says...
Or in the description of there is okay, but that too.
Ripple has, that's what he talked about. Ripple has over 1,700 NDAs with major banks and institutions. And you're saying in this one, this right here,
in the description of the post, I always put the link to the article.
Oh, okay, got yeah.
Not in the comment section, above the post. Gotcha.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, so just 13 hours ago, American Express has officially announced a partnership with Ripple to integrate XRP into its cross-border payment solutions, improving speed and efficiency. So again, guys, Ricardo's way more of an XRP bull than I am, but I would definitely get a bag and just keep it. You drive yourself crazy with XRP, in my opinion, but
yeah, I can't ignore the value and the information. That's why I put in that post. I'm like, why would they do this? Because XRP does get a lot of hate. But think about it. What Gary Gensler has been doing, and how they have been halting the growth of this blockchain project, this company. Because imagine if the SEC never stepped in, XRP was over $3. And who knows where it would be. So there's value there without a doubt.
Well, once again, Mims, the price of gold hits another all-time high. Getting that clank ready.
Yeah, we got to do a money clap for that. That's a money clap.
There we go.
That's right.
Surge. This is why you get real money, guys. Surge defies notion that gold zigs when stocks zag. Key takeaways: the price of gold has surged about 22% this year, outpacing returns on stocks.
Nice.
Traditionally, gold has served as a safe haven for uncertain investors, but has somewhat defied that notion this year. Persistent demand for gold from global central banks may offer one more explanation, and the high was $2,543.76, guys. We have been talking about this for 5 years now. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to get real money, okay, in your own possession.
Yeah.
Because there is no unrealized gain on this because I don't own it.
Right. Look, I mean, folks, so we've been, like Mike said, we've been telling you for a very long time what's coming. The gold didn't get any better. I hope you understand that. It's not like gold is 2.0 or AI is interacting with it or something. No, the dollar's losing value. There's more fear and uncertainty in the globe, and we're in a financial crisis. We are in a financial crisis. They're just hiding it very well.
Right.
And I wouldn't even say very well, but you might step outside your door and the whole world isn't on fire as of yet, but it is happening around the world. And the thing is that the gold is a tier 1 asset. So Mike just told you that gold went up 22%. That's a zero risk asset. This is why we say save your money in silver and gold. Your savings, not your investments, not what you speculated, not what you could potentially lose and go to zero. Your tier 1 asset saving in physical gold is up 22% this year. That's phenomenal. Those are phenomenal gains for saving in a real asset. Okay. So right now, and we're going to talk about cost metals and the pricing and stuff, but we got people who are taking their 401ks because they realize what's going on. They taking their savings, they realize what's going on, and they're getting gold and silver at cost. Okay. They're getting it at the best price, and they're protected because gold and silver will never go to zero. It will always have value. In fact, it's more valuable and more demand today now than it was in any time period, probably. Trillions upon trillions of dollars have been printed. The world is flooded with debt. The system is broken, and the people and the governments, we want to deal with something real. No third-party counter risk. That's real money, God's money, physical silver, and gold.
And guys, again, gold is the #1 asset in the world. It's not even close. $16.8 trillion market cap. Okay. We have the best prices on gold and silver anywhere in the world. No one's even close. Okay. Then we have Apple, Microsoft moved up, Nvidia moved down. You have Google, Amazon, oil, and then you have silver at 8. Okay. Again, the most undervalued asset on the planet, under $30 right now on sale. You have Bitcoin in the top 10, 20% sale from its all-time high. Okay. So now is the time to get these undervalued assets. So this is what we talk about all the time. 3 out of the top 10 assets in the world. And it's how you become decentralized. Okay. Gold, silver, Bitcoin.
Now, and one more thing I want to point out, folks, Mike said physical silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. And if you look at, why we're so bullish on silver, because the gains, the percentage gains will far be greater and beyond than what you're going to get in gold. All right. Gold is at all-time high. Silver still, 50% essentially off from its all-time high. The ratios are all crazy. We could see silver on a 1-to-1 ratio, as crazy as that might sound. But when people really understand the industrial demand and they understand the lack of supply, okay, because I put an article out, ain't enough silver for the demand right now, okay, going into 2025. And so when you look at the infinite market cap and you see that gold in the last 7 days went up 1%. But when you look at silver, it said that silver went up in the last 7 days 7%. So this is why I tell you the gains, even though gold has a higher number and it's hitting all-time highs, gold, because it's such a small market, when any type of money comes in here, it is amplified, and you're going to see greater gains and appreciation. So we're very bullish on physical silver, but you can't go wrong with either.
No, 100%. And So let's look at some prices just to prove once again for like the 100th time that we do have the best prices. We're at cost metals right now. Okay, let's start with silver. I always do the Canadian silver maple leaf. I think it's the best bang for your buck. We can get that for $31.67 per ounce. This is at a silver spot of $29.52. So just a little over $2 over spot for an actual coin minted from a government. Okay, so if you guys are watching, put that in the chat. $31.67, $31.67.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to JM Bullion. Okay, you pay with your card. You're paying $38.17. That's like a $7 difference in 1 ounce of silver from JM Bullion.
Right.
Even if you use a check wire and you buy 500 silver maple leafs, you're paying $35.64. That's $4 an ounce. Bro, again, I don't know. Like, I'm obviously, you know, the team's growing and we're doing well, but like, I don't know how every single person that wants to buy gold and silver is not getting their metals at cost. Like, why pay more? I don't understand it.
Yeah, they just haven't done the math. They don't understand the savings and how significant it is. The membership pays for itself. You know, you're acquiring assets. You know, especially if you get the Metals Plus. You know, you get assets in the mail with that membership. You know, yeah, Mike. People just aren't really seeing what's really going on.
So SD Bullion, supposedly the lowest price, period.
My detector test determined that was a lie.
That is a lie, Maury. You are correct. With a card, 35, 31, even if you buy 500 of them with an e-check wire, you are still overpaying by $1.23 or so. Okay. But if you're just buying one, like most people would buy like 1 to 10, okay, you're paying 35, 31, probably $4 difference or so.
And it adds up.
Yep.
Was 5 and it's free, 4 and it's free.
Yep, pretty much. We can go to gold and silver. You know, you're paying $36.05. Let's look at gold. Gold's even bigger difference. So let's compare this. I might need a calculator here. Canadian gold maple leaf, half ounce. Gold, $13.18. $13.18. We go to JM Bullion, half ounce Canadian gold maple leaf, as low as $15.54. That's with a check wire. You're paying $16.18.
Ooh, that's $300, brother. That's
Well,
$300. Wow, that paid for your membership right there.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. Depending on what you got.
18 minus 13.10.
See, that's 300, boy.
Yeah, it's exactly $300.
That's
crazy.
$300.
That's 2 memberships.
What a deal! What a deal!
So,
man,
if you bought 1 half-ounce gold, that's gone up 20% this year. Just by getting this membership, you could have gotten 2 memberships and saved that much money by just getting 1 half ounce of gold. I mean, nobody beats this, man.
Nobody beats it, bro. And every time you go back in to buy gold or silver, you're now getting it at cost and you're saving money. That's profit. That's allowing you to buy more metal, get more weight. You know, that's the name of the game. You know, so I don't know, you know, why anybody else would, you know, shop outside of at cost metals to get their metal.
No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was fine.
So let's talk a little bit about what's up.
No, I was just saying, and that was a half ounce. No, so if you had it a 4 ounce, obviously would have been more. But go ahead, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into a little bit of crypto, okay, guys, and like kind of the vibe this week in crypto was like this market's boring, nothing's happening, you know, we just keep chopping. Guys, this is what happens when a market is getting ready to explode. And the longer it chops, the more explosive it is. So, you know, we've had a couple dips here. We went to 55. We kind of went to 50. But, you know, we're just kind of playing between 50 and 70K. 50 and 70K for 3 months now. Probably even longer, actually. Yeah, so basically in February. Yeah, so basically since February, we've just been in this range. You know, just going up and down, back and forth. Guys, this is the time to be buying. I think we maybe have another month of sideways action. Make sure you're dollar cost averaging. Okay. It's happening. Okay. The bull run's coming. And I did want to share this with you guys today. So this was from Crypto Banter, and they kind of analyzed all the coins, and they believe these are the coins kind of in the more top 100 or 200 that will do well this bull run. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, like the top 4 are pretty obvious, right? These are the ones that we have told you guys about, that we've told you guys in the Runners Facebook group to get, in the Runners free school app. So I am big on Link, Near, Arweave is AR, Rune. I'm sorry, not Rune, Phantom, and Pendle. Okay, those other ones are good, you know, nothing against them, but those are the ones that I'm buying. I've bought all of those in the last week or two. So you guys can screenshot that if you want. Their kind of thesis was these ones have done well in the past. They're holding well up now, even when the market's kind of just chopping, and that these are the ones that have the community and the liquidity to really grow when the market does come in. Mims, anything that you want to add, or any favorites that you have?
No, I think you covered that, you know what I'm saying, real good. Obviously, there's a, you know, when Bitcoin rises, the tide rises. Obviously, you know, I'm very bullish on ISO tokens, and, you know, so it's opportunity all over. You know, the thing is that you have to diversify from the dollar. You know, the dollar is a major liability. And so as the dollar continues to decline, its assets, physical and digital assets, they're going to rise in value because of loss in purchasing power in the dollar. But if you're just holding on to dollars, you know, you're a disaster waiting to happen. You know, so you want to convert that fiat paper money in these digital assets and physical as well.
I just want to show you guys this one of these, right? Arweave, the AR. The ICO price was 13 cents. And this is a new token. I think it's only been around for like a year. The all-time high has already been $85. The current price is 22. So it's like a 4x away from its all-time high. If you would have gotten an Arweave at the beginning, you had an ROI of 17,000%. Okay. There's no other way to get those gains legally except in crypto. Okay. So this is why you guys need to get plugged in, get educated. I actually think I forgot to put the link to the Runners Facebook group and the school, but just reach out to one of us if you want to get educated and understand how to move in this crypto space. Because guys, you got about a month left, I think, before things start popping off. That is all we had tonight, guys. Mims, any last words or anything that you want to add for the rest of the week?
Hey, keep your head on a swivel. You know, stay abreast of what's going on. Events are going to happen very fast. Okay. Obviously, we're going back to school. Obviously, you know, election season, and there's a lot of things that are just going to be happening. A lot of chaos, a lot of good things. You know, so stay positive. You know, focus on opportunity, focus on prosperity. Stay plugged in. Don't get distracted. All right. We're living in this most significant time period ever in history. This is a massive opportunity for those of us that have assets, that are getting the information, that are connecting with the right people, that are using the right systems and information. So just make sure you stay active, stay plugged in. And, you know, we're going to continue to run and get wealthy and get healthy at the same time.
No, amen, brother. This is the last thing I wanted to share with you guys. I reposted this earlier, but I mean, guys, think about this. If you don't think this is the future, I don't know what you're looking at or who you're listening to. Okay. BlackRock. Okay. Obviously, Satoshi created Bitcoin, hasn't touched or moved a coin. Binance is the biggest exchange. BlackRock basically owns the world, right? The biggest investment firm in the world is number 3 when it comes to BlackRock. Coinbase is, another big crypto exchange. Grayscale is just like BlackRock, an investment firm. They have 5. MicroStrategy is Michael Saylor's company. That's all they do on their balance sheet. They don't keep any profit in dollars on their balance sheet. It is literally just Bitcoin. And then you have the U.S. government, China, Fidelity. So my mic's messing up. We're going to call it a night.